or New Providence or Nassau, like I don't know. Anyways, whatever, Nassau, New Providence, whatever. What was the first? What was the first name?
I can't remember that now.
Dang, Julian, y'all remember this? Was it?
Wow.
You know, I put myself out there. Anyways,
you asked the question.
Julian, I can't hear you.
What was the first what?
The first
Okay,
name,
I got
the
it.
original name
What
of
was
New
not? What was
Providence.
the first name? It wasn't always New Providence or Nassau or
Right.
whatever. What was the first name?
You know, I know this was a setup. I'm not answering.
Cherie, you are a teacher. Is it any
You
wonder?
paid for it.
Is it any
Yes.
wonder that
Well, I'm going to
our
learn it. I'm going to
students
Ramble,
and GPA
Bahamas. Ramble, Bahamas
Yes.
this afternoon.
Be quiet. Listen, it's Charlestown, okay? Thank you so much, Michael, for that, and for
And
juggling
why
my
was the
memory.
name Charlestown?
Hush, shh, we finished the show. You tell me that next time. Listen, guys, thank you all so much. Thank you to Stefan, Cherie, and to Wayne for hanging with me today, and for everybody who passed by. Thank you so much to the production crew here. There's a team of them right here in the Senate building. And of course, I hope you all enjoyed on social media, and those watching, listening by way of radio, television around the country, and everywhere you're listening today. Happy Independence. It's really awesome having you tuned in. See you on Monday.
Happy Independence.
God bless.
Happy
Have a great
Independence.
weekend.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, yeah. Let no one ever be enough for you. I call, that's what I'm hearing.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, first at 6, CARICOM leaders close their session with a focus on disaster preparedness. National pride on display as the country prepares to celebrate 45 years of independence. And vendors speak out on their bread and butter as a conch poisoning scare persists. The Bahamas tonight, first at 6, starts now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC every day.
Aquamarine, black and gold reigned supreme today as Bahamians displayed their national pride. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keish Latterly, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6. Well, today is National Pride Day, a day that the focus is directed on showcasing love of country. A special flag-raising ceremony was held in Rosin Square today to mark the occasion as part of the 45th anniversary of independence. Scores turned out in their national colors to celebrate. Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Spindling, said the principal symbol of our unity is in the flag.
Along with the other national symbols, it flies proudly in the sunshine this morning to remind us that we are a sovereign people, working together for the good of each other and for the advancement of the democratic principles to which we are committed. Our flag, then, is a sacred symbol which we must always respect. The way we regard our flag serves to demonstrate to the world how committed we are in maintaining the profound aims and objectives of the Bahamas as one united nation. And so wherever we are, whether in our homes, our schools, in our churches, or in our communities, we must always remember to show respect for ourselves.
Also addressing the event was the country's first female House Speaker, Italia Johnson, who stressed love of country.
We are to love our country. Above all countries in the world, you are to love the Bahamas. You will get an opportunity to travel to many lands. You will meet many people. And I'm certain that you would come to realize how blessed and how gifted and how brilliant a people we are.
And as the nation paused to celebrate National Pride Day ahead of the 45th independence anniversary on Tuesday, vendors showcased their independence clothing and accessories. We'll have that story coming up a little bit later. Meantime, the 39th annual regular meeting of the Conference of the Heads of the Caribbean Community ended this evening with a final press conference at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Besides attending the formal meetings, members of the Bahamian delegation held a number of informal discussions, among them a meeting led by the Minister of Education, the Honorable Jeffrey Lloyd, who met with Jamaica's Minister of Education and Youth, Sports and Culture yesterday to collaborate on professional development and boys in education.
What Jamaica has pioneered over the past 7 or 8 years is the ability to recapture young men who were falling through the cracks and who were leaving the educational system after around grade 9. This came to our attention when I visited the Commonwealth Ministers of Education in Fiji in February of this year, and I had an opportunity to do a sidebar with the Ministry of Education, Minister Reid from Jamaica at that time, and he invited us to look at this, what has been accomplished in education here in Jamaica and how it may possibly be adapted in the Bahamas.
Minister Lloyd said that meeting was productive, and he found that those issues discussed in that meeting could be beneficial to this country.
We could utilize some of what they have achieved and also make beneficial use of our own intentions to upgrade our educational professionals in the Bahamas, and as well to recapture some of those young men that we are losing when, you know, they hit grade 9s or 10s because of whatever reason they feel like they have to go out and get a job, or, you know, they simply have no longer any interest in education.
Coinciding with the independence celebration is a plan to clean up the Bahamas as a corporate citizen hosts an initiative to raise awareness on the important role residents play in preserving the environment. The initiative also ties in with events marking World Cleanup Day. Here's Fern Carey.
Bahamas Waste launching an initiative aimed at changing the mindset of residents on the way they dispose of their trash and the important role they play in preserving the environment. The initiative is part of efforts marking World Cleanup Day later this year. National Coordinator Deonce McCox says the environmental campaign is a collaborative effort which also brings awareness to trash blindness, and she explains why that issue is a concern.
Trash blindness really has to do with some of us being unable or unwilling to recognize the effect of trash in our environment and how we can play a part. This is a civic movement that invites every Bahamian to become involved.
Project manager for the Over the Hill Community Development Partnership, Kemi Jones, says the environmental campaign also ties in with the government's plan to rejuvenate the Bain and Grantstown and Centerville communities. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Well, still to come, more on independence celebrations on this National Pride Day when the Bahamas Tonight, First at 6 continues. Stay with us.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil. Anywhere you are. There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
This is the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This is Commonwealth Bank. And no matter how, no matter where, no matter what, Commonwealth Bank is here for you. Commonwealth Bank. Everything we do it for you.
Here comes the lucky guy who won a date with Fanchon to his prom.
KFC got the big deal meal, freshly handmade every day for real.
Made fresh every day?
What I said, what you think? KFC got the big deal meal. Hey, it's a real big deal. KFC got the big deal meal. Hey, it's a
now that's a big deal.
Hey, it's a real big deal. Hey, it's a real big deal.
Today is a day for fun,
Today is a day for family, so why should yesterday's worries affect my today? That's why I insure my family with J.S. Johnson, because their mission is to provide us with the best insurance coverage possible. With J.S. Johnson, I know my family comes first, so I take comfort in knowing that they always have us covered, providing us with a great today and an even better tomorrow.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
This portion of the news brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking.
Well, why are you proud to be Bahamian? As National Pride Day was observed today, ZNS News took to this retreat, hearing especially from young people.
On this National Pride Day, Bahamian youth expressed their love of country. Miss World Bahamas, Brunique Gibson, is equally proud to be Bahamian, noting how as a small nation we are blessed to showcase our natural resources to our visitors.
I am extremely proud to be Bahamian, specifically because of the contributions that we've made to the world. A lot of countries around the world can't say that they've developed something so wonderful, so cultural, so beautiful that people around the world gravitate to and they love. So I am extremely happy to be to my very first National Pride Day.
Romeo Josie Jr. says as a college student, he hopes to contribute to the agricultural industry.
The areas that I'm really looking into impacting my country in is agriculture. I'd like to help us bring down this food import bill from $1 billion. I'd like to help us be able to have food security and be able to feed ourselves, feed our future generations, because it's not just a food issue, it's a national security issue, it's a national health issue.
Proud young Bahamians say they are eager to contribute to the country's continued development.
In the future and now, I would like to bring awareness for people to be more confident in themselves, because we need to represent the Bahamas even more.
I'm in the Bahamas National Youth Choir, and we try to show and give a glimpse of what we're supposed to be in society, showing responsibility, showing community service, giving back to each other, and showing love to one another.
I'm proud to be a Bahamian because as a young lady, I have the freedom of speech, the freedom to vote, the freedom of religion.
I'm really proud to be a Bahamian because I love my culture and there's no place better than the Bahamas.
We came to the Bahamas with our friends on vacation, and I have to tell you, it is the most gorgeous place. I've never seen prouder people of their province.
Catherine Gomez, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Catherine. Well, although it's been open for less than a decade, the Bahari brand has become synonymous with independence in the Bahamas. It's a market the Bahamian brand has captured and hopes to keep growing. Cleopatra Murphy takes a look at this year's offerings.
Having launched with its Independence Collection 5 years ago, Bahari is back with its new Independence Collection 2018, this time with a twist. Its signature t-shirts have always been a draw for customers, but for the first time, dresses are featured due to customer demands. Brand manager Kyle Williams says it is one of the things Bahari did to cater to customer wants.
They've always been asking for the V-neck shirts. We brought V-neck shirts this year. Button-ups we have this year. A lot of the ladies, they don't want to wear any t-shirts or anything like that. They actually want a dress, so we brought a dress this year. So it's very special for us to be able to expand the line, the Independence Collection this year, and bring a lot of different items. So that's really good for us.
Williams says the Bahamian lifestyle brand has been known for its bold designs and vibrant t-shirts. As always, he says this year's Independence Collection is inspired by all things Bahamian.
So it's always the vibrant colors, the different elements. I don't know if the shirts you've seen, we have like pineapples, we have a lot of nautical elements there. We have the flag, of course. We have a fisherman there, you know, fishing is big in our culture too. So just anything Bahamian, you know, that makes us excited about being patriotic for this kind of celebration is what we put on a shirt, you know.
While Bahamian consumers may have lots of options in choosing their independence attire, Williams says the Bahari brand has made itself a staple in the country. Quite frankly, he says it stands apart.
We've done a really, really good job in actually creating a brand. So I think that's the difference and what kind of separates us from other people. People need that Bahari piece, you know, it makes that much of a difference. Also, our design aesthetics is second to none, you know. The way it's kind of put together on the shirt is very special, it's very vibrant, like I said, and separates us from everyone else.
Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Well, plans are also underway to help Bahamians stay fit this Independence holiday with a fun run walk set for Saturday starting at 6 a.m. at Goodman's Bay. Chief Petty Officer James Darling with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force says registration continues in Roslyn Square until 8 tonight and resumes at 5 a.m. on Goodman's Bay.
There's a 6-mile run for all the persons who want to do some running, and there's a 3-mile walk for persons who are interested in just walking. After the walk, we'll have a fitness fair, a national health fair, a variety of doctors, trainers, gyms, and etc. We're going to do something new, junk aerobics with a live band. With a live band, you're going to do junk aerobics, get your groove on. We have a gym system out there. You're going to do some workouts. Bowflex Bobby is going to be there. You're going to work out with her. Natasha Brown is going to bring some outfits out from another Ultimate U. Also, Bahamas Thompson Trading. They're going to be out there giving away some good stuff.
Now, Darling says physiotherapy and some massage therapy will also be available, and the cost of registration is just $15. That'll come with a t-shirt, bag, and other goodies.
Is going to be there giving away some tickets, so you don't want to miss that. The first 50 people to cross the finish line, the first 50 runners will get this complimentary medal. Or let me turn it around. This medal of participation. You know, everyone is a winner. The first 50 walkers will also be a recipient of this. Miss Bahamas is going to be out there. Yes, we going all out, people, all out, just for the Bahamian people. So come on out. You don't want to miss it. Oh, and for the last thing, boiled fish and Johnny cake. All you got to do is sign up. Sign up, come out there, get your boiled fish and Johnny cake on. We got chicken sauce available also. None of these things are for sale.
Well, stay tuned. Sports is next with Jonathan Benson. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6.
That portion of the news was brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, the leader in personal banking services.
No matter what your goals are in life, you have to start somewhere. It all begins with Leno. Leno, bridging possibilities. Call us at 396-3225 or email info@lenobahamas.com.
BTC is giving the gift of rollover data, plus free unlimited WhatsApp calls, texts, pictures, and videos. Choose from our 1-day plan for $349, 7-day plan for $999, or a 15-day plan for only $29.99. We've even thrown in unlimited BTC to BTC calls and texts. Dial *203# to activate your plan today. Share every moment with BTC. Terms and conditions apply.
Come on. Yeah. Gotta do it. Go back to the island, boy. Let's go. Wake up early one morning, kiss my mama goodbye. Going back to the island, I say, don't worry, mama, don't cry.
Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The All Andros Berry Islands Regatta getting off to a bit of a rough start. The barge, which was scheduled to leave last night, didn't leave the capital until this morning.
Pretty much prepared. It's just a matter of getting down there, and in order to combat the whole situation, we have to probably do the 3A, 3B, and 3C all back to back, one after each other. Because I know if we do stop, that's going to really take the guys out off their rhythm, and they probably drift off, go get lunch. So most of the times, I mean, in a situation like this, we do the, whichever boats drop in the water, we do the C first, do 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you go back to the B, 1, 2, 3, then we take a break, and we go back out and do the last set and call it quits. We may have to shorten the race, all depends on the weather.
Skipper Sheldon Gibson and Josh Green also gave their take on the impending situation.
It's going to make you tired, I can tell you that much. But I think with the way we are and how these guys are devoted to it, I think we'll get them in. If we don't get in all, at least you'll get in enough to make, we say, draw a line and add up. After 2 races, it's official.
First of all, you got to get in shape. And even when in this sport, you got to be able to take a lot. Now, this is maybe races back to back, and you got to be in shape for it, but we got to do it because it needs to be done.
Our Kelsey Johnson made the trip to the big yard. She has the latest from that end.
We're here in beautiful Morgan's Bluff, Andros. That's where the North Andros and Berry Islands Regatta is taking place. The events got started on Thursday with a gospel concert. You can come down and be a big part of this cultural explosion weekend.
This year, Independence falls a few days after Regatta, but usually the Regatta and the Independence celebrations coincide with each other. So this year, the Independence celebration will begin on Sunday afternoon, when the Regatta will be officially closing out, and then we will just go from there into the Independence celebrations.
As you can see, there are no sloops on the water at this time. All races for today were postponed and rescheduled for Saturday morning. But you can tune into ZNS Total Sports and find out exactly why. In Morgan's Bluff, Andros, I'm Kelsey Johnson.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force's Sprite Summer Basketball Camp celebrating a milestone, and after 10 years, the goal of the camp remains the same.
We have 9 teams, and of course 9 times 15, 135. So we're looking at 135 young men off the street, like I said, along with coaches and other even sub players who didn't even make the team. They're here along and just cheering for the teams that they are pulling for. You know, to keep 135 young men off the street during this time of the summer speaks volume. You know, they're off the street doing negative things, and they're here at the Belize Summer Camp doing some positive things in the area of basketball, which most of the young men love to play, basketball during the summer. So I really think that this Sprite tournament is one of the hype AAU tournament for the summer, and a lot of the young men look forward to playing this tournament, especially to sharpen their skills for the upcoming school year.
For the entire duration of the camp, the Caribbean Bottling Company has been on board as this partnership continues to grow.
It's been an entire decade of nurturing these young men and sponsoring a basketball tournament to really give them something to do during the summer months. We are in the Carmichael community. This is our community, and you know, when we started working with ASP Johnson and police team, we really wanted to find a way to give back to the young men, give them something to do, you know, keep them refreshed, energized, and just active during the entire summer months. We basically provide everything that we possibly can from the Sprite basketball tournament, from the jerseys to everything that they need for the tournament. We basically want to provide, you know, give them everything so they can succeed during the tournament months. They get excited about Sprite basketball. They talk about it throughout the year. They say, you know, when is it coming back? And even the younger young men, they say, you know, when I get old enough, I want to take part in the tournament. So it's just the excitement and the number of young men who want to take part and the memories that they've gotten over the years. That's what we've seen. We've seen it growing.
No more Bahamians left swinging at the International Tennis Federation's Junkanoo Bowl at the National Tennis Center. Sydney Clark and American Christy Williams lost in the quarterfinals of doubles in 3 tough sets, 7-5, 3-6, and 12-10 in the super tiebreaker. From the minor league baseball diamond yesterday, Rashad Monroe 2 for 5 in Billings 6-1 loss to Helena. Jazrado Chisholm 1 for 5 runs scored, leading King County over Clinton. Todd Isaacs went 1 for 4 in Lake County's 5-4 win over Dayton. In the Dominican League, Orveo St. 2 for 3, a double, 3 runs batted in, 2 runs scored, and the Braves lost to the Giants 14-8. Keith Thorne Moss was 1 for 4 with a double in the Rangers 3-2 loss to the Indians. Devon Mackey 1 for 3 as the Athletics shut out by the Rays 7-0. Meantime, in the Arizona League, Deshaun Knowles 1 for 4 in RBI. The Angels were beaten by the Giants, a final there of 7-4. The Province Softball Association was back on the diamond last night. The Sunshine Auto Wildcats and Johnson Truckers taking to the field for the ladies opener. This one of the best games so far this season. In the end, though, it would be the Truckers' defense pulling them through for a 4-3 victory.
We have the capability. We've always had the capability to beat them, so it wasn't a surprise. We just knew it would be a fight.
The game was on the line. I honestly wasn't shaking. I know my team had my back. They played good all game. They were tight on the defense, and I just know that I had to keep tight on my pitching as well and execute my pitches.
I was a little concerned when the coaches put certain batters on, but you trust your coaches, so we trusted their decisions. And bearing in mind that the bases were loaded, I knew if the ball came anywhere in the outfield, we had to run because third base runner was definitely going home. So I ran after the ball after it was hit and gave it my best effort to try and catch it, and I caught it.
In the men's feature game last night, the CNS Hitmen able to avenge their only loss this season. They took care of the Commander Security Truckers 25-0 in just 3 innings. And that is your first look at sports. Don't go anywhere. First at 6 is back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Everybody, I on TV. Look, I on TV. Mom, guess what it is? That's me. Bartender, do you see me? I on television. I gotta tell my girlfriend I on television.
Hello?
Babe, turn your television to ZNS.
Quick, I'm on television. I don't have a TV in here.
We have Wi-Fi though.
We have Wi-Fi.
That's fine. They upgrade now. You can watch it live from your phone.
You just have to download the app. All right, hold on.
Go to the App Store, type in ZNS, download the app, and you'll be able to watch ZNS straight from your phone. Hurry up and start over again.
Get your news and more anytime, anywhere with the new ZNS app. Stay connected from around the globe with our live stream news updates, all in the palm of your hand. You can also listen to the ZNS Radio Network for your favorite music. Go into your Apple or Google Play Store and download the ZNS app today.
Miss I's a star now. I still gotta pay.
James Aubrey. Now that Bahamas residents can fly or cruise free to the family islands, what are your summer vacation plans?
I'm going to Abaco.
And there is no better time than now with the 2 Fly or Cruise Free promotion, where all residents of the Bahamas can fly or cruise free to the family islands from Nassau. Refresh, reconnect, and unwind in the family islands. For details, go to bahamasresidents.com and fly or cruise free to the family islands today.
How passionate are you in what you're doing here?
Very passionate. I've not been good at a lot of things, but cooking is one thing that I put my best foot forward every time I step in the kitchen. I do not accept mediocrity. If it's bad before it goes out to the guests, it's not coming out. I'd rather have a dish comes out to the guests late and right than on time and wrong.
Mr. Pending strode across the assembly floor and picked up the 265-year-old mace, the symbol of parliamentary authority. To everyone's amazement, he said, "This is the symbol of authority, and the authority on this island belongs to the people." Meanwhile, Milo Butler Sr. opened a window. Then Mr. Pinling threw the gold-plated mace out of that window, onto the hard concrete of the courtyard below. Milo Butler then threw the hourglass that was used to limit his speech out of the same window. Both men march out of the stunned Assembly Hall and join the throng. The day is now called Black Tuesday, a milestone in Bahamian history. The quiet revolution had begun.
Time now for weather.
In our first look at weather, and as we're about to close out the first week in July, the tropics has come alive. We have a tropical depression number 3 that formed this afternoon just off the Carolinas, and then we have Hurricane Beryl. Yes, it has become a hurricane, packing winds of 80 miles per hour, moving toward the west at around 15 miles per hour, but we do anticipate some weakening once it gets into the area of this strong upper level winds over the weekend. So it doesn't seem as though it's going to be any major problem for us, but we'll continue to monitor it as it is expected to be a rain-producing system as it crosses the Leeward Islands over the weekend. Outside of our studios, before we get there, though, that satellite picture showing things are not too bad over on the islands. Have some convectivity just to the north of us and well offshore to the east. And outside of our studios now we get there. Partly sunny skies under a temperature of 86 degrees, relative humidity 58%. Your winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,018.4 millibars, that's 30.06 inches, and it is steady. That's going to do it for your first look at weather at 6. Stay tuned, more weather is still to come.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, that does it for us in the Bahamas Tonight, first at 6. Stay tuned, though. The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition is straight ahead.
Independence celebrations in high gear in the north. A local establishment promoting national pride. And youngsters preparing for a slime competition.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. While as the countdown continues to the country's 45th anniversary of independence, Grand Bahama joining in the National Pride Day celebrations with a flag-raising ceremony at the Harold de Gregory Complex in Freeport this morning. Sabrina Brown has the details.
Just another polka, any other polka, and oh, what a girl in my arms, oh, what a girl in my arms.
Residents turning out in their national colors as a show of pride and patriotism. The 45th Independence celebrations reaching a high note Friday morning with a traditional flag-raising ceremony. Reflecting on the theme, Celebrate Bahamas, We've Come This Far by Faith, the Minister of State for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Kwesi Thompson, said the Bahamas has been blessed beyond measure and over the past 45 years has maintained a steady democracy. He noted that the country has made strides in education, commerce, industry, sports, and many other areas, and Bahamians have much to give God thanks for.
While our country, like other countries, have struggles and we have challenges, there are at the same time amazing Bahamian stories of triumph which give us cause for tremendous pride. In the midst of poverty and despair, there are also Bahamian acts of great kindness and inspiration. There is sometimes disappointment, but that disappointment is met with the Bahamian spirit to overcome and to rise above circumstances.
The Bahamas is not just about sun, sand, and sea, the minister said, but rather the strength of the Bahamian people.
So in Grand Bahama, we celebrate. We celebrate our innovation. We celebrate resilience. We celebrate our victories. We celebrate our improvements. And we celebrate every step towards recovery. And so I encourage every Bahamian in this season of independence to lift up your head to the rising sun and see in the horizon the hope of complete reformation and complete restoration.
Minister Thompson said while some may see Grand Bahama's economy as depressed, he sees signs of the overcoming Bahamian spirit that continues to strive and rise.
Our talent, our intelligence, our will, our pride, our traditions, our culture, and yes, our faith.
Let there have be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The ceremony ended with the raising of the flag and the national anthem. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Celebrations are also taking place over on the island of Abaco. This morning, residents turned out to the government complex in Marsh Harbor to take part in a flag-raising ceremony. Our Italia Hall was there.
During the flag-raising ceremony, attendees were entertained by the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band and the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services Band. Senior Deputy Administrator for Abaco, Maxine Duncombe, says this year 45 persons are being recognized from Abaco and the surrounding keys for their contributions over the years, adding that the level of excitement from residents is high.
We came together in Central Abaco and we discussed the idea, the vision, what we wanted to see our independence celebration to be. We wanted to make it very special for all Abaconians and for the country to be proud of.
Parliamentary Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for South Abaco, James Albury, says the country has come a long way in 45 years.
We still have a long ways to go. There is no ceiling, and we'll continue to move forward together, work together, and build our great nation.
Albury says all Bahamians should be optimistic about the future.
We have challenges. Do we have struggles? Yes, of course we do. But we are a very blessed nation, and our strength, although we love to talk about our sun, sand, and sea, which we all love and appreciate, our real strength is our people. It has always been our people. And that is what we must remember and invest in.
Following his remarks, the flag was then hoisted. These attendees say Bahamians have so much to be thankful for.
It's important to celebrate from where we came from 45 years ago. God has been good to the Bahamas.
I was there when the first one started. We had my little girl, my last daughter, she was about 3 years old.
This is my second independence in Abaco. The first time I came, we had such a good time, so I decided to come again.
I'm from Green Turtle Key, and so I was invited to come up today. And so they've done a great job here. Very impressed.
Overall, residents here in Abaco say they are proud to be Bahamians. Now tonight at 7, the official launch of the Independence celebrations will be held on the Sandy Point Ballpark. Reporting in Abaco for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
Activities in celebration of the country's Independence Day also gearing up on the island of Bimini. The new Family Island Administrator, Cleola Pinder, says events on that island will surely be exciting.
It's nationwide, and so of course all of us will be wearing our Bahamian colors on that day, and we're going to have some sort of competition, musical competition, I guess Bahamian music on the Friday evening at 8 p.m. So that'll start off our celebrations. And then of course we have our ecumenical service on Sunday, and that's going to be at Gateway Ministries at 10 a.m. And so we're inviting the public to please come out and support that. And then of course we start our actual celebration with a parade that night at 9:30 from, I think it's Poggy Bay. I'm still trying to learn the different settlement names, so I think it's Poggy Bay Park. And so we'll be marching to the administration complex where we'll have our cultural show, flag raising, and of course fireworks.
Residents are also planning a grand parade on Monday, July 9th to ring in the Independence holiday. And as we continue to July 10th, this is the time that Bahamians go all out to show their national pride. Here on Grand Bahama, one business establishment continues to do its part to promote patriotism. Tonight, we will take a look at what's trending this independence. They have been in the business of providing all things Bahamian for a number of years, from hats to t-shirts to keychains, flags, and much more. President of CompuSecond Party, Artland Strawn, says that each year they try to do something unique.
In fact, I think we are the first one to venture into the flag business to this extent, and we try to carry something different every year for our customers. This year we decided to do some car hood covers. As you can see, they are beautifully displayed with 242, and also proud to be a Bahamian, and also we have it saying forward, upward, onward.
Strawn says that they also provide indoor decorations, especially for business establishments. But he says the most popular item remains the Bahamian flag.
We carry quite a variety of different car flags. We have some car flags even with the 45th logo, and that are available to our customer. We also have several different flags that you can carry. We try to carry a flag to meet everyone's budget, because sometimes we just don't have it. So we have our flag ranges in prices from $3 up to $12.
As the Independence holiday approaches, Strawn says all citizens must be appreciative of our country.
We live in a country that it's the best country in the world. There's no other country like this Bahamas. So we can just take pride in our country and give God thanks for what He has done. There are people all over this world wish they were Bahamians to live in this country.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us, there's more news right after this break.
Bless the Lord, it's been 45 years that the Lord has blessed the Bahamas with its independence. So I say, God bless the Bahamas.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Dolly Madison, Freeport's original home center.
Musicians, churches, nightclubs, Radio Shack is now stocked with heavy-duty power amps, powered speakers, subwoofers, cordless and wired microphones, lavaliers, guitar strings, drumsticks, skins and accessories, guitar and bass amps, DI boxes, crossovers, line conditioners, percussion instruments, clarinet and saxophone reeds, PA systems, mixers, routers, hard drives, sound cards, tablets, MacBook Pro power cords and adapters, and so much more at the new Radio Shack at Dolly Madison Home Center.
Come on down. The Bahamas is celebrating 45 years of independence. Under the theme, Celebrate Bahamas, we've come this far by faith. The All Abaco Independence Committee presents the official launch July 6th at 7 p.m. at the Sunny Point Ballpark. The Ecumenical Church Service July 8th at 3 p.m. at Full Gospel Assembly in Treasure Key. The Flag Raising and Cultural Extravaganza July 9th at 8 p.m. at the BAIC Park in Marsh Harbor. Entertainment includes the Royal Bahamas Police Force Marching and Pop Band, the New Entry Band, the Saxman, Cruise, Junk Canoe, and fireworks. Abaco, get ready to celebrate 45 years of independence.
Be a part of the Down Home experience at Southfest on Saturday, July 7th from 3 p.m. until at St. Vincent de Paul School Grounds in Hunters.
Do you suffer from payment stress? Always worried about when you'll have time to pay your Grand Bahama power bill? Well, rest easy and get rid of payment stress forever, because paying your power bill has never been easier with Grand Bahama Power. You can conveniently pay your bill at any Cash and Go or Sun Cash's Western Union locations, our drive-through window, or our customer service center. You can also pay your bill 24/7 through our new payment kiosk, located right in front of our downtown headquarters. And if you're thinking that's not enough, there's more. You can pay your bill online through our e-billing system and with our updated website and quick pay system. You can pay right from your phone in minutes. So choose from any of our payment options and kiss your payment stress goodbye.
Stay informed on your local weather forecast this 2018 hurricane season. Your #1 news station, the ZNS Television Network. We've got you covered. Covering the Northern Bahamas, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A local beauty salon located downtown Freeport is gearing up for a Slime Off Fun Day this weekend. Kimberly Mullings fills us in on all the gooey details.
Proprietor of Pick Hair Beauty Center, Marcia Pickstock, is preparing to host Slime Off downtown Freeport on Gloucester Row. She says the Slime Off is open to all and there will be lots of things for kids to do.
They can come out there and bring their slimes, and then they can present to everybody the creativity, the consistency and elasticity of the slime. They'll be making it there on the spot. We have kids from ages 5 and up. We also have mommy and me, a daddy and me, a sibling and me, anybody who want to participate. We'll also have bouncing castle. We'll have slime on sale. We will have food, we'll have snow cone, popcorn. A lot of other stuff will be out there for the kids to do.
Judging the competition is a science teacher from a local school, Pickstock's niece, Donna Wilson, and her daughter, 10-year-old Travania Pickstock, the brainchild behind it all. Travania says she wants to see everyone enjoy slime.
I like to play with it, and I always wanted to see other people go against other kids with the slime and to see how they can challenge themselves with it. You all could come out and have a fun time and to play and see what other children can make about their slime too.
Pick Hair Beauty Center is partnering with the Downtown Freeport Business Association for the Slime Off. President Yolanda Hanna says the DFBA is pleased to support one of its members.
When Mrs. Pickstock and her beautiful little girl called the DFBA, with the idea, she asked me, if I thought it would be a great event for downtown. Of course, we said yes. We're always looking for ways to attract people to the area, and we're always looking for things for the kids to do. We know if the parents bring the kids downtown and the kids have something to do, then the parents will come and shop.
Pick Hair Beauty Center is hoping to make the Slime Off an annual event. You can visit the salon downtown to register. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
The Bahamas Brass Band Grand Bahamas segment gearing up to host their annual concert in honor of their 93rd anniversary. The Sunday concert will be in celebration of independence as well. The Bahamas Brass Band Grand Bahamas segment is inviting the entire community to their annual concert to be held this Sunday at Freeport Bible Church. Director Pastor Barry Morris says that the event will be in honor of a worthy cause.
I just got a call this morning. It was a heartbreaking call. Some children who don't have any food to eat. And it's more, I'm talking about 30 children living in different areas of Grand Bahama. And at this time of celebration of our 45th anniversary as a Bahamian society, I think it's a good time for us to get involved to see how we can help these young people, the children, the jewels of our society, to have a better life,
Residents can expect to enjoy the musical talents of the band, the Cooling Waters, Grand Bahama Youth Choir, Vanessa Clark, and more. Member Joseph Hall will also be honored during the night's festivities.
I want to invite all of my colleagues to one of the greatest concerts to ever be held here in Grand Bahama. That's Sound of Harmony number 8. 8 speaks volume for us. It's a time for new beginning. Freeport has been at a stage where everybody complain about it. And I want to say, from this concert on, new things will happen.
Morris notes that other persons in the community will be honored for their contributions throughout the island.
In the person of Mr. Urban Gibbs, Mr. Gibbs has taught everybody. I'm sure he taught Moses and all, but he taught a whole lot of people. And so we want everyone to come out and show him some support. Father Harry Bain, the Venerable, will also be highlighted in this concert. We have Mr. Clayton Curtis, who is the choir director for the Grand Bahama Chorale, the legendary Grand Bahama Chorale. We want to highlight him for his musical contribution to the community of Grand Bahama. Miss Barbara Walking for journalism in the Bahamas, in Freeport, matter of fact. She's been very, very instrumental in the journalism field. And Natalie Martinborough, one of your own, she will also be highlighted for her work in journalism.
Residents of Grand Bahama are invited to attend a special beat retreat in honor of independence. The beat retreat will be held at 5 p.m. tomorrow in Port Lucaya. As a result, the public is advised that between the hours of 4 p.m. and 7 p.m., Seahorse Road westbound lane from the traffic circle at the Our Lucaya property to the Lucaya police station and the Seahorse Road eastbound lane will be converted to two-way traffic. And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Hi and welcome. A concerned mom sent this question. A couple of weeks ago, I went to the emergency room to take my child for medical attention for a high fever. The whole experience took almost a day because the emergency room was full of people. It seemed to me that most of those people didn't have to be there at all. Doc, isn't an emergency room just for medical emergencies? I love your question, and yes, in a perfect world, only serious medical emergencies would end up in a hospital's emergency room. When your baby is sick or hurt, it's hard to know what to do. Do you wait and see if the baby gets better, or rush to the emergency room? As a concerned mom, I will give you a few helpful tips regarding infants and children and when a trip to the emergency room may be necessary. Number 1, if there's a clear crying change. If the crying is suddenly extremely different from the baby's usual cry, it can be a sign that something's wrong. 2, strange skin color. Specific changes to look out for include turning blue, especially around the lips or face, yellow, pale, or mottled skin, or a rapidly spreading rash. 3, weak or limp muscles. Your baby has specific strength in his grip and supports himself in a certain way. If this changes, or if your baby feels unusually limp, weak, or different from normal, there could be something seriously wrong. 4, sudden sleep pattern switches. If your baby is sleeping much more than usual, or acting less alert, or if he or she is difficult to wake. And lastly, unusual breathing. You should be concerned if you observe a slow, rapid, or labored breathing, flaring nostrils, belly or ribs moving unusually when breathing, or not breathing at all. If your baby shows any of these symptoms, go to the emergency room immediately. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Don't go away, sports is up next.
We are a proud people. We are a happy people. We are a country that can do our own business. It is a blessing that we have come this far.
More Makeup by Megan Coakley. When you want to look like a star. Phone 443-7979.
Celebrate Bahamas. We've come this far by faith.
Celebrate Bahamas. We have come this far by faith.
We have come this far by faith.
We've come this far by faith.
We've come this far by faith.
We have come this far by faith.
We've 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 come this far by faith.
Celebrate Bahamas, we've come this far by faith.
Welcome to Jags International. We have Celebration, Valeria, FRS, Bahamas Air, Hotel, car vouchers now on sale.
Girls, I tried book my ticket online with them ferry them. So complicated, they asking for too much.
That's why I stick to Jags. No agency fees or booking fees. Cash and credit, all the same. Blow deals and spectacular services with a smile.
Yes, that's Jags, your one-stop shop to Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Miami.
We even offer cheap car rental vouchers to all our thrifty herds and VIP service.
Book now with Jags and get their $5 discount card. And don't forget the super sales going on.
You can win big with Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box Summer Deal. Not only will you get 2 delicious medium one-topping pizzas, 5 breadsticks, and juicy wings, and a refreshing 2-liter Coke, you get to enter to win a fabulous 7-day Caribbean cruise for 2 with Gateway Travel on Carnival Cruise Lines.
Mom and Dad used it, and we got money.
Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box Summer Deal can make you a winner. Other prizes also available. Win big.
Welcome to sports. As we continue to prepare for Independence Day, Mind, Body, and Soul Fitness will be hosting the 8th annual Proud to be Bahamian Fun Run, Walk, and Relay this Saturday, July 7th, beginning at 6 a.m. The race will start at the Casarina Bridge. Alice Williams, owner and instructor, expressing excitement about this year's event.
We're so excited about the bridge. We did the bridge year before last. So we want to do it again. So this time we're doing 2 bridge actually. We're starting from the Casarina Bridge. Then we're going to take it onto the Jack Hayward Bridge and back. It's actually 6.2 miles.
Navarro Sanders, who has been a frequent member of the gym, also serves as a trainer. He tells us how you can benefit from this race.
I think we fight with diabetes, hypertension, and obesity in this country. And I think as we move forward as an independent country, we need to take care of ourselves and our bodies. And I think this is a good springboard to get into that. If you can run, you can walk, you can do whatever you want to do, but just come out and participate because health is wealth. And I'm telling you, this right here could be the start of something beautiful for your whole entire life.
Now you can register at the Circle Mall at Mind, Body, and Soul. Some heads-up action taking place down at the Jack Hayward Gymnasium, where scores of children are in attendance at the annual Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture Summer Basketball Camp.
Elbow and follow through. Camp instructor Leon Cooper Jr. says that's his method of teaching the young basketball players the proper way of shooting the ball. He says the focus of this year's camp is to teach the basic fundamentals of the sport.
And we try to talk to them, make sure to put them on the right path. We don't want nobody to have a bad attitude. Attitude takes you all around the world, so make sure I have a positive attitude along with doing the things that we want you to do here to help each and every one of them to get better.
12-year-old Leon Evans says he wants to learn everything he can and plans to take his basketball team to the championship when school reopens.
I go in there with a mindset to win, not to lose, not to fall, to play the game right, to make sure my players get the ball. I share the ball, run the plays, and we win.
Now the camp will run through July 27th, Monday through Friday, at the Jack Hayward High School Gymnasium from 9 a.m. through 3 p.m. for boys and girls ages 7 through 17. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Total Sports.
And that's Look at Sports for this Friday evening.
the Bahamas Union of Teachers, and I was the one who was designated to coordinate the thousands of young people for their display on Independence Morning or Independence Night. And that was something, was absolutely phenomenal display. And I don't think probably very few people realize that Joe Darvel was the one who organized thousands of children in Nassau to celebrate the raising of our flag, the Bahamian flag, with such pride and dignity and well-being.
Be sure and drop by the newly expanded Dollar Deals and Food Mart on Settlers Way for all your groceries, fresh produce, deli items, and party supplies. Dollar Deals and Food Mart, new and improved.
We from the Bahamas, sun, sand, and sea. A lot of activities, fun for you and me. If you don't believe me, then come follow me. Come right down to this place and we call it KFC. KFC the big cheese. We got the big cheese. KFC the big cheese. We got the big cheese. No one can beat us at anything we do. Sports, art, soccer, jamming, even junk canoe. We got the best beaches, even the best food. I already tell you, that's just how we do. KFC the big cheese. We got the big cheese. KFC the big cheese. We got the big cheese.
Purchase a Big Chief meal today and receive 2 Big Chief collectible cups at all KFC restaurants in Freeport.
Did you know effective July 1st, VAT increased from 7.5% to 12%? However, this will not be reflected on your GB Power bills until August 1st. VAT exemptions are for customers whose electricity bills are $200 or less. Did you know on average 75% of GB Power Company's customers' bills are $200 or less? Visit our website for more information.
Influenza or the flu can be serious, causing hospitalization and sometimes death. One of the best ways to prevent acquiring the flu is to get your annual flu.
And before we wrap up this note that due to inclement weather, the annual South Fest Community Festival has been postponed until Saturday, July 14th. And also a very special happy birthday to Jaden Hannah on behalf of your cousin, Italia Hall. That's going to do it for us here in the North, but be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Megan Shepherd. Have a wonderful weekend.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report. Disaster preparedness on the agenda as CARICOM heads close talks in Jamaica. National pride on display in the lead-up to the country's 45th birthday. And vendors speak out on their bread and butter as a conch poisoning scare persists. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Aquamarine, gold, and black on display as Bahamians displayed their national pride today. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kishla Adderley, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Well, today is being celebrated as National Pride Day, a day that the focus is directed on everyone showcasing love of country in their own special way. A special flag-raising ceremony was held in Rosin Square today to mark the occasion as part of the 45th anniversary of independence. Scores turned out in their national colors to join in the celebration. Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pindling, said the flag remains the principal symbol of Bahamian unity.
Along with the other national symbols, it flies proudly in the sunshine this morning to remind us that we are a sovereign people, working together for the good of each other and for the advancement of the democratic principles to which we are committed. Our flag, then, is a sacred symbol which we must always respect. The way we regard our flag serves to demonstrate to the world how committed we are in maintaining the profound aims and objectives of the Bahamas as one united nation. And so, wherever we are, whether in our homes, our schools, in our churches, or in our communities, we must always remember to show respect for ourselves.
Also addressing the event was the country's first female Speaker of the House of Assembly, Atalia Johnson, who too stressed love of country.
We are to love our country. Above all countries in the world, you are to love the Bahamas. You will get an opportunity to travel to many lands. You will meet many people. And I'm certain that you would come to realize how blessed and how gifted and how brilliant a people we are.
And as the nation paused to celebrate National Pride Day ahead of the the country's 45th birthday come Tuesday, vendors showcased their independence clothing and accessories. Our Cleopatra Murphy was there to take it all in.
The colors of the Bahamian flag adorned the booths of many vendors with items from handbags to jewelry as they attempted to entice Bahamians to indulge in national pride and encourage tourists to walk away with a souvenir this National Pride Day. Artisan Melbourne Hepburn had some of her unique hand-painted glass jewelry, from necklaces to rings, on display. This was her second year selling her pieces at the Pride Day event.
I have actually been an artisan pretty much all my life, but I've just really started maximizing on it for the last 10 years. Today's theme is we've come this far by faith. Everything is just an act of faith. So I'm out here by faith, and hopefully it works out in my favor.
Another vendor, Deborah Forbes, was also displaying the local creations of artisan Cynthia Nottage. Everything from brooches to sandals to shell-decorated mirrors.
We do for Valentine, Independence, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day. So every occasion we display a different creative.
Christine Bain says she began creating independence-themed brooches and hair bows to express her creativity that she sold along with handbags made by her sister.
I've been making the brooches and the hair bows for about 5 years now.
Operations manager at another production, Amanda Dames, was also showing their independence apparel.
We have shirts up to 5XL, which is up there. So for the Bahamians who like to eat a lot of crab and rice, we got you. As you can see, I'm wearing a female extra large. This is our Independence 73 shirt, and it is $32. We have onesies for kids up to from small as 6 months. We have caps, we have polo shirts, we have t-shirts.
CEO of Looney Tunes Ice Cream and Coffee Concession Cart, Antonio Williams, offered cool treats and sweets for those braving the sun this National Pride Day.
We got a lot of Bahamian flavors. Like we got one flavor, we got the blue Hawaiian coconut. That's a tropical flavor that we have today. We also got some watermelon. We got some pineapple. We got yours truly out here today, also the cheesecake. And like I say, we're here in the Bahamas and we celebrate Pride Day.
Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Well, the community and descendants of Cat Island coming together this National Pride Day to recognize 50 of their national heroes during the opening of that island's National Heroes Park and Wall of Remembrance. LaDawn Davis is in Stevenson.
50 sons and daughters of Cat Island names were etched on the Wall of Remembrance during a special ceremony to mark the country's 45th independence celebrations. Family and friends came from near and far to reflect on their lives and rich legacy. Chairman of the National Heroes Committee, Canon Sebastian Campbell, who fought for the implementation of a system of honors for national heroes some 2 decades ago, says he can now see the fruits of his labor.
To do away with knighthoods, to do away with MBEs, OBEs, CBEs, to do away with Queen honors and badges or certificates that tied us to the colonial masters.
A few of the surviving Cat Island national heroes we spoke to say they are thrilled to be able to receive their flowers while alive, and later talked about the significant contributions they've made to the growth and development of the island.
I would like to thank the committee
for nominating us for these high honors. I am grateful for the recognition you have bestowed on us today.
Because of my contribution to the community and the church and the school where I used to work, and I love to sing.
Families of Cat Island national heroes honored posthumously reflected on the unselfish contributions made over the past few years.
Daddy was that shoes that we sing about, who's going to fill their shoes. He was one of those shoes that we're talking about because he was everything.
To see that the community come together and give him what is due to him, what was past, overdue. I'm elated, the family and everybody, they are elated.
Area Member of Parliament, the Honorable Philip Davis, says this wall of remembrance for national heroes is a great initiative to bring Cat Islanders together.
Each and every one of you have made some seminal contribution to not only Cat Island, but to the nation in general. Yes, we Cat Islanders are proud of you and we are honoring you here.
National heroes from throughout the country will be officially recognized during a special ceremony at Government House on Independence Day, July 10th. At the National Heroes Park here in Cat Island, I'm LaDawn Davis, ZNS Network News.
The 39th annual regular meeting of the Conference of the Heads of the Caribbean Community ended this evening with a final press conference at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Regional leaders had an intense agenda to complete today. Altavi's Munnings tells us that the Bahamas issued a charge on disaster preparedness.
Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis delivered an intervention on building resilience to his Caribbean colleagues Friday morning, which was the second and final day of this week's CARICOM Heads of Government meetings in Montego Bay, Jamaica. He outlined to his colleagues how Hurricanes Joaquin, Matthew, and Irma impacted the Bahamas and why the Caribbean community must continue to financially sustain the Caribbean Disaster Management Agency, SEDIMA.
We could not possibly be serious about SEDIMA if we're only supporting them by about $1.2 million for an entire region, knowing the work that they do when there's devastation in Jamaica. We send individuals from throughout the Caribbean, the devastation in the Bahamas, they assist the devastation in St. Lucia, Dominica. And if we are serious about hurricane and the role and the function of SEDIMA, then we must increase the funding. $1.2 million for the entire Caribbean is not sufficient, and they're already running a deficit.
Prime Minister Minnis also recommended that the region should observe a month for disaster preparedness annually, just like the Bahamas does during the month of June.
Words must now be implemented into action. We cannot just talk and then experience devastation among ourselves and not sufficient revenue or income to deal with it. We cannot just continuously depend on some other first world nation. As a unit and an entity, we must put together and move together as one unit and help ourselves.
The Prime Minister said he was also pleased with what has been discussed during this week's high-level regional meetings in Jamaica.
We would go back in session a little while where we would speak about marijuana, and I know that's the one that Bahamians especially want to hear about, and I would talk about that, and of course Bahamians again would want to hear about the CSME. And I would talk about that also later in a later interview.
CARICOM leaders held a special meeting and lunch on Friday with the President of Chile, Sebastian Pinera. Reporting from Montego Bay, Jamaica, I'm Altavi's Munnings, ZNS Network News.
Well, still ahead tonight, what better way to show national pride than with a cleanup campaign? And Bahamians join together to celebrate what it means to be Bahamian. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Shell, fueling journeys that matter, summer promotion.
My name is Dawn Pinder. I work at Regular Chocolate and Cigar Company. I am the inventory manager. I have been a customer of Commonwealth Bank for the past 3 years, March 2015 to be exact. At this time, I have a loan with them. That was the reason why I went to Commonwealth Bank. And I now have my checking account and my savings account with Commonwealth Bank. It was easy, simple, They trusted me. I didn't have any accounts with them, and they gave me the loan. I will recommend Commonwealth Bank to my friends. I have actually recommended it to a few of my co-workers here that have had the exact same experience that I've had at Commonwealth Bank. I will definitely say that Commonwealth Bank is the bank for the Bahamian people.
Here comes the lucky guy who won a date with Fanchon to his prom.
KFC got the big deal meal, freshly handmade every day for real.
Made fresh every day?
What I said, what you think? KFC got the big deal meal. Hey, it's a real big deal. KFC got the big deal meal. Hey, it's a
now that's a big deal.
Hey, it's a real big deal. Hey, it's a real big deal.
Now, Vanessa, you look stressed though.
Girl, listen, I here on my little piece of lunch break trying to pay these bills. I gotta go head to BTC, then I gotta go fly to BEC, and then I gotta go swim to water and switch.
Girl, look, save your time and your gas, all right? Make one stop.
How? Take your backside to Cash and Go. You pay all 3 of them bills one time. It's one line, one place.
What a bunch of locations.
You think I should go now?
Vanessa, you ain't reached yet? Cash and Go. Fast, free, convenient. Call 322-CASH for more information.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, at any time, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply today.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's pension plan, Island game, keep you winning. Percy's pension plan, dream big win.
Hey, JK. Child, I don't know how you just do it. I'm struggling this month, and my check ain't reach yet.
I catch one little break. I get PPP for a year.
PPP, what's that?
Percy Pension Plan. Island Games get 5 pension plans, and you could win a check every week for a whole year.
Really? Well, how you just do that?
Here, see? Let me show you.
From the friends you can trust, if winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So
we ain't feeling no tension, cause we get Percy Pension.
Ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Conch is a sweet Bahamian delicacy, but recently its safety has hit a sour note as health officials confirm now 7 reported cases of conch poisoning. We went to the Potter's Key Dock today to hear from vendors on what the impact has been.
I eat conch now. That can answer all the questions.
That was the answer given by most of the vendors at Potter's Key. Nothing is wrong with the conch. The same for Robbie Capron, who too was enjoying his breakfast, which was conch stew.
Ain't no one get sick on the dock yet. No one. You eating conch now? I eating conch. Right now? I ain't getting sick yet. I always eating conch every day. Conch barbie every day. See? You should.
This vendor, who did not give his name, was quite frank on what may have been the reason for the small number of poisoning blamed on conch.
The conch poisoning is coming. That's just simple hygiene, man. If you clean up properly, then your food wouldn't be poisoned. But if you eat from any nasty place, you expect to get poisoned, man. Not only the conch, any food. Water got little germs and things in it will date. And if you use clean, fresh water and wash it up, good. That's all the problem. The Ministry of Health tell you that. Okay? All you got to do is follow the rules. But if people you keep using the same water all day and don't change the water, and then you're going to end up getting food poisoning, man.
Gregory Edgecombe had a scientific explanation, even though he was hit by the bug.
It's the summer. It's the change of the weather. The weather, your body readjusts, and I had diarrhea for a day.
That didn't make me run to the doctor and talk about, oh, I had some conch to eat. The last meal I ate was conch. The vendors around here, they're washing everything, they're cleaning their conchs, they're cutting them up. They do pretty good salads. I eat conch salad from all of them.
Health officials are also advising persons who choose to consume raw conch to ensure that the vendors properly wash them in fresh water before having that conch salad or even that scorched conch. For the ZNS News Network, I'm Charles Fisher.
Well, coinciding with the independence celebration is a plan to clean up the Bahamas as a corporate citizen hosts an initiative to raise awareness on the important role residents play in preserving the environment. The initiative also ties in with events marking World Cleanup Day, as Fern Carey tells us.
Bahamas Waste launching an initiative aimed at changing the mindset of residents on the way they dispose of their trash and the important role they play in preserving the environment. The initiative is part of efforts marking World Cleanup Day later this year. National Coordinator Deonce McCox says the environmental campaign is a collaborative effort which also brings awareness to trash blindness, and she explains why that issue is a concern.
Trash blindness really has to do with some of us being unable or unwilling to recognize the effect of trash in our environment and how we can play a part. This is a civic movement that invites every Bahamian to become involved.
Bentley Higgs, solid waste manager at Let's Do It Bahamas, says recycling helps to reduce landfill waste.
Waste is not something that just goes away. We have to find an alternative for the waste, and what we could do with it is we could recover it, we could reuse it, and we could recycle it. Once it's collected, we dispose of it in a sustainable manner. So we're probably thinking of incorporating some sorting, and with this will mitigate the amount of waste that we dispose at the dump.
Project manager for the Over the Hill Community Development Partnership, Kemi Jones, says the environmental campaign also ties in with the government's plan to rejuvenate the Bain and Grantstown and Centerville communities.
We are looking at not only just the massive cleanup that we did earlier this year, we're also looking at having twice a week garbage collection. We're also looking at staging bulk waste collection. So at least, every 6 months or every 3 months, you have the garbage bin or, a big bin placed in your corner where you can dump your white waste, like, the fridges, the microwaves, things that it would be difficult for the ordinary person to get to the dump without some assistance.
Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Well, it's been open for less than a decade, but the Bahari brand has become synonymous with independence in the Bahamas and is in the market of creating several new Bahamian brands. Our Cleopatra Murphy takes a look.
Launched with its Independence Collection 5 years ago, Bahari is back with its new Independence Collection 2018, this time with a twist. Its signature t-shirts have always been a draw for customers, but for the first time, dresses are featured due to customer demands. Brand manager Kyle Williams says it is one of the things Bahari did to cater to customer wants.
They've always been asking for the V-neck shirts. We brought V-neck shirts this year. Button-ups we have this year. A lot of the ladies, they don't want to wear any t-shirts or anything like that. They actually want a dress, so we brought a dress this year. So it's very special for us to be able to expand the line, the Independence Collection this year, and bring a lot of different items. So that's really good for us.
Williams says the Bahamian lifestyle brand has been known for its bold designs and vibrant t-shirts. As always, he says this year's Independence Collection is inspired by all things Bahamian.
So it's always the vibrant colors, the different elements. I don't know if the shirts you've seen, we have like pineapples, we have a lot of nautical elements there. We have the flag, of course. We have a fisherman there, fishing is big in our culture too. So just anything Bahamian, that makes us excited about being patriotic for this kind of celebration is what we put on a shirt,
While Bahamian consumers may have lots of options in choosing their independence attire, Williams says the Bahari brand has made itself a staple in the country. Quite frankly, he says it stands apart.
We've done a really, really good job in actually creating a brand. So I think that's the difference and what kind of separates us from other people. People need that Bahari piece, it makes that much of a difference. Also, our design aesthetics is second to none, The way it's kind of put together on the shirt is very special, it's very vibrant, like I said, and separates us from everyone else.
While the designs themselves are popular, the brand manager says the white t-shirts and the new Independence dresses with their archipelago design made an impression before they even hit the racks.
Based on the feedback that we got from our social media outlets, people have been calling in, asking about the dresses. The dresses are finally here, you know, so you got to come on in and get the dresses before they sell out. The idea behind it, too, is we bring a limited quantity, and so they will sell out.
As a gift to customers, Williams says this year Bahari has decided to absorb value-added tax to allow Bahamians to express their patriotism without worrying about their pocketbooks while they indulge in the Bahamian brand. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Cleo, you have a new career there, I see. Well, plans are also underway to help Bahamians stay fit this Independence holiday with a fun run walk set for Saturday starting at 6 a.m. at Goodman's Bay. Chief Petty Officer James Darling, who's with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, says registration continues in Roslyn Square until 8 tonight and picks up at 5 a.m. tomorrow on Goodman's Bay.
There's a 6-mile run for all the persons who want to do some running, and there's a 3-mile walk for persons who are interested in just walking. After the walk, we'll have a fitness fair, a national health fair, a variety of doctors, trainers, gyms, and etc. We're going to do something new, junk aerobics with a live band. With a live band, you're going to do junk aerobics, get your groove on. We have a gym system out there. You're going to do some workouts. Bowflex Bobby is going to be there. You're going to work out with her. Natasha Brown is going to bring some outfits out from another Ultimate U. Also, Bahamas Thompson Trading. They're going to be out there giving away some good stuff.
Well, Darling says physiotherapy and massage therapy will also be available, and the cost of registration is just $15. That'll include a t-shirt, bag, and other goodies.
Bahamas Air is going to be there giving away some tickets, so you don't want to miss that. The first 50 people to cross the finish line, the first 50 runners will get this complimentary medal. Oh, let me turn it around. This medal of participation. You know, everyone is a winner. The first 50 walkers will also be a recipient of this. Miss Bahamas is going to be out there. Yes, we going all out, people, all out, just for the Bahamian people. So come on out. You don't want to miss it. Oh, and for the last thing, boiled fish and Johnny cake. All you got to do is sign up. Sign up, come out there, get your boiled fish and Johnny cake on. We got chicken sauce available also. None of these things are for sale.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
I'm Belinda Payne, and this is your Royal Fidelity Weekly Market Wrap. Investors traded a total of 114,756 shares, down from last week's volume of 175,817 shares, over 36 trades. The top advances this week were Focal, advancing 6.1%, trading 20,800 shares to close at $3.65 per share. Fidelity Bank traded 2,000 shares to close up 2.68% to $11.50 per share. And AML traded 21,000 shares, increasing by 1.14% to $4.45 per share. The market also saw two companies decline this week. Cable Bahamas traded 1,500 shares to close down 1.32% to a new 52-week low of $3 per share. And Commonwealth Bank traded 31,800 shares, falling 0.48% to $4.13 per share. The BISX All Share Index gained 12.22 points, or 0.62%, to end the week at 1,986.97. Year to date, the index is down 76.59 points, or 3.71%. In other news, Fidelity Bank will hold its AGM on the 26th of July at the British Colonial Hilton at 6 p.m. And the company also declared a dividend to ordinary shareholders of 25 cents that will be paid on the 9th of July. Finco also declared a dividend of 5 cents payable on July 12th. Here's your well tip for the week. Get over being afraid of the stock market. Learning how to invest your money is an important skill, and the fear you have may simply be based on not understanding how investment works. The thought of handing over your hard-earned money is understandably terrifying, but the way around this is education. A broker is the intermediary between you and the investing world. You pay a fee for the broker's advice and access to the knowledge and recommendations. Second, hold a diversified portfolio and take some risks. Everything in life contains a certain amount of risk, and this is especially true when it comes to investing. Although a savings account is a good way to hold wealth for the future, it doesn't grow substantially. So invest in equities while you're still young. This helps to grow your savings and allows you to take greater risks for a higher reward than only investing money in bonds. Remember, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Holding a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, and other assets that are exposed to several sectors of the market lowers your odds of losing a ton of money. I'm Belinda Payne, and this has been your Royal Fidelity Weekly Market Recap.
Not all water is created equal. Consider this. You've got many sources of drinking water at your disposal, and they seem like viable options. But are they? Now consider this, quenching your thirst with water that's perfectly pure. AquaPure water has been tested and proven to be perfectly pure. If quality matters to you, reach for a bottle of AquaPure. Be sure, AquaPure.
What is a promise? A promise fulfilled can mean so much. A bond, a commitment, a vow. It's a yes in a world of maybes. We made a promise to you, and we delivered. Our superfast LTE network is now on every island. And every day we invest in local communities and technology so we can deliver the best of everything to you. Our promise is our guarantee. And now we promise our best is yet to come. Alive, believe in best.
The man in the boat sculling round Bahamas. The man in the boat and the crowd is sipping sound. See Bohemian beer, good right over here. If you proud to be Bohemian, raise your signs in the air. The man in the boat sculling round Bahamas. The man in the boat and the crowd is sipping sound. 100% Bohemian owned, keep them pouring guys.
Available at Jimmy's Liquor Store or your favorite restaurant or liquor stores throughout the Bahamas.
Free, reliable, anytime, anywhere, and instant. That's the benefits of using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Pay bills, check account balances, transfer funds, and more. Enjoy the freedom of banking on your own terms. Why wait in line? Save time. Do your banking using RBC's digital banking, ATM services, or mobile app. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean to find out more.
The quickest way to double your money is to fold it in half and put it back in your pocket. Or you could head to Super Value and Quality Supermarkets for great savings like Hunt's Barbecue Sauces, 18-ounce size 2 for $3. Center Cut Pork Roast and Chops, $1.99 per pound. Hunt's Ketchup, 35-ounce bottle, $1.89. Value Time Towels, 1 roll, 99 cents. Red Seedless Grapes, $2.99 per pound. Carolina Pride Turkey Breast, 8-ounce, $3.69. Save more at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Well, what are you most proud of? As today marks National Pride Day, young Bahamians spoke with us today about what it means to be a proud Bahamian.
On this National Pride Day, Bahamian youth expressed their love of country. Miss World Bahamas, Bernice Gibson, is equally proud to be Bahamian, noting how as a small nation we are blessed to showcase our natural resources to our visitors.
I am extremely proud to be Bahamian, specifically because of the contributions that we've made to the world. A lot of countries around the world can't say that they've developed something so wonderful. So cultural, so beautiful that people around the world gravitate to and they love. So I am extremely happy to be to my very first National Pride Day.
Romeo Josie Jr. says as a college student, he hopes to contribute to the agricultural industry.
The areas that I'm really looking into impacting my country in is agriculture. I'd like to help us bring down this food import bill from $1 billion. I'd like to help us be able to have food security and be able to feed ourselves, feed our future generations, because it's not just a food issue, it's a national security issue, it's a national health issue.
Proud young Bahamians say they are eager to contribute to the country's continued development.
In the future and now, I would like to bring awareness for people to be more confident in themselves, because we need to represent the Bahamas even more.
I'm in the Bahamas National Youth Choir, and we try to show and give a glimpse of what we're supposed to be in society, showing responsibility, showing community service, giving back to each other, and showing love to one another.
I'm proud to be a Bahamian because as a young lady, I have the freedom of speech, the freedom to vote, the freedom of religion.
I'm really proud to be a Bahamian because I love my culture and there's no place better than the Bahamas.
We came to the Bahamas with our friends on vacation, and I have to tell you, it is the most gorgeous place. I've never seen prouder people of their province.
Catherine Gomez, ZNS Network News.
Well, stay tuned. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news to come.
If you own a portfolio of securities within a brokerage account, like stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, you can access a hassle-free loan, known as a margin loan, based on the value of that portfolio. Your investment portfolio is essentially used as collateral for a cash loan. And the benefits are numerous. Simple and straightforward application, quick turnaround, a more competitive interest rate, no requirement for monthly payments. Contact us for more information on margin loans.
Every day, you wake up with the world in the palm of your hand. Making connections and creating memories and sharing them with the people you care about. Every day, the world is at your fingertips, and you can experience every blockbuster movie in stunning HD and top 100 Billboard music hit with the touch of a button. Every day, your family and friends are important to you, and staying in touch no matter where you are in the Bahamas or the world is your #1 priority. And that's why, every day for over 100 years, BTC has been there to ensure that every Bahamian has the best connection to the world. We cover every island, rock, and key, regardless of the cost. This is BTC Country.
Catch Janae's Back to School specials in their newly renovated air-conditioned spacious store to get your uniforms, polo shirts, socks, PE shorts, character towels, backpacks, raincoats, umbrellas, underwear, and tights. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Download Mobile Assist from your app store. Like Janae's in the app to receive an exclusive discount coupon. Catch Janae's Back to School special, Chesapeake Road. Buy 4 school shirts and get 1 free. Restrictions apply.
Where can you find amazing selections of tiles from around the world? Exquisite medallions, pool mosaics, all colorful, bright and bold. They got granite countertop for the kitchen, elegant vanity zincs for the bathroom, tile care and ruby too. Everything you need and more at the Tile King.
The Tile King, located 69 Wolf Road. For more information, call 326-TILE or 326-5464.
Shell is taking you on an exciting journey with its summer promotion. Now through September 14th, enter for your chance to win a brand new 2018 Toyota Yaris. Just make a minimum purchase of $20 worth of fuel from any Shell service station in Nassau. Answer the skill question on the entry form and submit. The grand prize will be drawn on September 14th. Other weekly prizes include free fuel vouchers and VIP packages to see Jay-Z and Beyonce live in concert August 31st at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. For more info, visit their Facebook page at Sun Oil Bahamas.
It is summertime, which means it's the busy travel season. So before you head off on your vacations, BTC would like for you to know that we still have the best roaming rates, which will make your vacation that much better. Okay, so go ahead and tell us, how do you top up?
So there are multiple ways to top up while you're traveling. The easiest way is going on to our BTC website, and on the main page, just in the right-hand corner, it says top up. And so you can click on the top up icon, and it will take you through the steps of putting in your information so that you can top up your account utilizing your credit card. If you don't want to use the BTC website, you can call into our call center, and you can provide them with credit card information, and they can top up your account for you. When you're traveling, our 225-5282 number is completely toll-free. There's no new number, there's no long distance fees associated, and so if you're having problems while you're traveling, if you need to top up while you're traveling, you can simply dial the same number that you use to contact BTC when you're in the Bahamas. You use that same number, 225-5282, and get in contact with any one of our agents.
We covered a lot of information here, so if you have any additional information that you need to know, please feel free to call our customer helpline at 225-5282. I'm Corvell Pyfrom, and we'll see you next BTC Connection.
It's BTC every day.
It's time for a check of your weather. A rather nice day here in the capital. Was it nice elsewhere, Baz?
All around the island is a pretty nice day, a lot of drier conditions than we have been experiencing over the past week or so. But right now, we're going to pause to take a look at temperatures around the Family of Islands. And they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 86 in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Key, and Abaco. Marsh Harbor, Abaco, a little warmer at 88 degrees as we go into the Berry Islands. 84 also in Ollistown, Bimini. 83 in Harbor Island, Eleuthera. Roxanne, Eleuthera, 84, Otterstown, Cat Island, 83. Staniel Key at 85, Kemp Space, St. Andrews, 85 as well. Fresh Creek, Central Andrews, 84 degrees. In San Salvador and Rumkey, it is 83, Georgetown, Exuma, 84. 82 in Betsy Bay, Maguana, Crooked Island, Acklands, 83, 83 also in Ragged Island. And Matthew Tiny, Nagua, another 83 to Turks and Caicos Islands at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwest Islands, the winds will be east to southeast, 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. The low tide will take place at 7:48 tonight, and that's just in a few minutes. And for the central and southeastern islands tonight, easterly flow, 10 to 15 knots, wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. Tomorrow, in the northwest and central islands, east to southeast winds once again at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights holding at 2 to 4 feet. Low tide 8:07 in the morning, high tide at 2:31 in the afternoon. For the southeast Bahamas tomorrow, it's southeast winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet with a moderate chop. And now we take you into Sunday, winds southeast 10 to 15, wave heights 2 to 4. The low tide will take place at 9 in the morning, high tide at 3:27 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, southeast winds, and they will be increasing 15 to 20 knots, wave heights building 4 to 6 feet over the ocean. Caution flags are up for your boaters in the southeast Bahamas on Sunday. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It is time now for your travel forecast. And your travel forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Lots of people from all around the other islands and Nassau town. They get together to do their thing. Oh man, how they dance and sing like a superstar. We're gonna give it to our man on the guitar. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And that's going to do it for your travel forecast brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is coming up in about 18 minutes.
Welcome to Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. Lupus is a chronic inflammatory disease that occurs when your body's immune system attacks your own tissues and organs. Inflammation caused by lupus can affect many different body systems, including your joints, skin, kidneys, blood cells, brain, heart, and lungs. Lupus can be difficult to diagnose because its signs and symptoms often mimic those of other ailments. The most distinctive sign of lupus is a facial rash that resembles the wings of a butterfly unfolding across both cheeks, and occurs in many but not all cases of lupus. Other signs or symptoms include skin lesions that appear or worsen with sun exposure, hair loss, fingers and toes that turn white or blue when exposed to cold or during stressful periods, otherwise known as Raynaud's phenomenon, shortness of breath, chest pain, dry eyes, headaches, confusion, memory loss. Some people are born with a tendency towards developing lupus, which may be triggered by infections, certain drugs, or even sunlight. There is no cure for lupus, but there are treatments that can help to manage the symptoms. This has been Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. Live your best life by living well.
Life happens, and when it does, FG Insurance Agents and Brokers is here. We help you protect the assets you've worked hard to attain. We offer home, auto, marine, commercial, and liability insurance. Don't hesitate to protect what matters with FG Insurance Agents and Brokers. Visit us and speak to your agent today, or call us at 396-1490 in Nassau or 688-1500 in Freeport.
Did you know, effective July 1st, VAT increased from 7.5% to 12%? However, this will not be reflected on your GB Power bills until August 1st. VAT exemptions are for customers whose electricity bills are $200 or less. Did you know, on average, 75% of GB Power Company's customers' bills are $200 or less? Visit our website for more information.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
Whether you want to get going in a new car, to relax at home while you pay bills on your mobile banking app, to get the best rewards with your credit card, or to get a sure start on your little one's future. Whether you want a quick response on your loan, or just a range of services that keep your business running smoothly, you want banking that fits your life. CIBC First Caribbean, banking that fits your life.
Come on. Yeah. Gotta do it. Go back to the island, boy. Let's go. Wake up early one morning, kiss my mama goodbye. Going back to the island, I say don't
Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. There are a number of national team trips this summer for our track and field athletes, but as it stands right now, everything isn't going according to plan.
There have not been an establishment of the parameters of making a team, so the athletes feel like they're always going in blind, unsure of how to prepare, and we're to a point where the athletes feel the only type of answers they could actually get is if we were to come out public surrounding, qualifications or making team. More so, the upcoming CAC games in July, a few of the athletes have run really fast and they feel as if they haven't been given a chance to represent their country. We're still waiting for the official listing from the BOC to announce the team. However, on the hearsay and the texts going around, we have somewhat of what we think the team look like. And unfortunately, they're missing, a few athletes.
Still talking track and field, Norbert Elliott is the new head coach at Purdue University after fellow Bahamian Rolando Lonnie Green moved on to the head post at the University of Kentucky earlier this week. Elliott has been at Purdue for 6 years, most recently serving as the associate head coach since July of 2015, working with the sprinters, hurdlers, horizontal jumpers, and the relay teams. The Caribbean Amateur Junior Golf Championships closing out today in Jamaica. In the 18-under boys, Cameron Riley finishing 12th with Xavier Robinson 3 slots behind in 15th. In the girls 18-under, Haley Turnquist with a 5th place finish. In the 15-under boys, Keith Hedge was 10th, followed by Dominic Greaves in 14th. In the girls 15-under, Ashley Michelle, the best individual result, finishing up in a tie for 3rd. Sophia Nan right behind in 5th. In the 11-13 boys, Matthew DeVoe finishing at the bottom of the table in 15th. Meantime, in the girls 11-13, Tanisha Tynes coming away with a 9th place finish. Back here at home, the All Andres Berry Islands Regatta getting off to a bit of a rough start. For more on that, here's Charles Fisher.
Johnny, is going to be tough on these skippers as they will have to condense 3 serious races probably into one day. Now, the barge that was scheduled to leave last night didn't leave until early this morning.
We're pretty much prepared. It's just a matter of getting down there, and in order to combat the whole situation, we have to probably do the 3A, 3B, and 3C all back to back, one after each other. Because I know if we do stop, that's going to really take the guys out off their rhythm, and they probably drift off, go get lunch. So most of the times, in a situation like this, we do whichever boats drop in the water, we do the C first, do 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you go back, do the B, 1, 2, 3, then we take a break and we go back out and do the last set and call it quits. We may have to shorten the race, all depends on the weather.
Skipper Sheldon Gibson and Joshua Green had one scenario.
It's going to make you tired, I can tell you that much. But I think with the way we are and how these guys are devoted to it, I think we'll get them in. If we don't get in all, at least you'll get in enough to make, we say, draw a line and add up. After 2 races, it's official.
First of all, you got to get in shape. And even when in the sport, you got to be able to take a lot. Now, this is maybe races back to back, and you got to be in shape for it, but we got to do it because it needs to be done.
This is nothing new. Late arrival of the barge and back-to-back sailing.
Oh, yeah, we do it all the time. The last time we did was, I think, was in either Long Island or Bryland. We did 3 races back to back. It was challenging, but once you get in at least 2 races, then you can tally the scores.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Our Kelsey Johnson making the trip to the big yard. She has the latest from that end.
We're here in beautiful Morgan's Bluff, Andros. That's where the North Andros and Berry Islands Regatta is taking place. Now, this regatta is being held in honor of the late Sir Gerard Knowles. Standing next to me is Floyd Newton, an organizer, actually a committee member of this year's regatta. Mr. Newton, if you can just explain to us exactly what happened, why there wasn't any sailing today.
Unfortunately, the barge coming in from another destination arrived in Nassau late, and therefore our boat wasn't able to load in time. Fortunately enough for us, we expect the boat to be here at least by 4:30 this afternoon, but I don't think we're going to have any sailing this afternoon.
So what is the plan? How many races are you going to get in, and how many classes does this particular regatta cater to?
This regatta catering to about 3 classes, A, B, and C classes. We also want to sail on Sunday because of the delay today to make up for that shortcoming.
And what is the atmosphere like now, knowing that sailing won't start until Saturday morning?
Well, unfortunately for us, you know, people are still roaming the settlements and taking in all the hospitality that Andros has to offer. And so they have an idea that we will be sailing tomorrow. But in the meantime, we still have a lot of things to do in Andros here.
Now, the opening ceremony is still planned for this evening. So, Jonathan, you can still make your way down here. If you are in Andros to Morgan's Bluff, that's where it's all taking place. This regatta, like I said, is being held in honor of the late Sir Durward Knowles. In Morgan's Bluff, Andros, attending the North Andros and Berry Islands Regatta, I'm Kelsey Johnson.
The Province Softball Association was back on the diamond last night. Amajal Knowles takes a look at the ladies opener.
In action from the NPSA last night, an early game of the year candidate as the top two teams on the women's side faced off in the defending champion Sunshine Auto Wildcats and last year's runner-up the Johnson Lady Truckers. The matchup certainly did not disappoint as the Truckers got out to an early 4-1 lead, capitalizing on some Wildcat errors. The Wildcats, showing some champions' pride, reversed the roles in the 7th inning, taking advantage of some of the Truckers' mistakes, scoring 3 runs in the 7th to cut the lead to 1. With the bases loaded, the Wildcats looked to drive in the winning run, but this tough catch by Crystal Evans sealed the game for the Truckers, who walked away with a 4-3 victory.
The game was on the line. I honestly wasn't shaking. I know my team had my back. They played good all game. They were tight on the defense, and I just know that I had to keep tight on my pitching as well and execute my pitches.
I was a little concerned when the coaches put certain batters on, but you trust your coaches, so we trusted their decisions. And bearing in mind that the bases were loaded, I knew if the ball came anywhere in the outfield, we had to run because third base runoff was definitely going home. So I ran after the ball after it was hit and gave it my best effort to try and catch it, and I caught it.
Now as for the feeling of getting revenge on the championship loss on the league's top team.
We have the capability. We've always had the capability to beat them, so it wasn't a surprise. We just knew it would be a fight.
For NSO Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
As for the men's feature game last night, the CNS Hitmen avenging their only loss of the season. They took care of the Commando Security Truckers, a big one there, 25-0 in just 3 innings. While the Royal Bahamas Police Force Sprite Summer Basketball Camp celebrating a milestone, and after 10 years, the goal of the camp remains the same.
We have 9 teams, and of course 9 times 15, 135. So we're looking at 135 young men off the street, like I said, along with coaches, and other even sub-players who didn't even make the team. They're here along and just cheering for the teams that they are pulling for. You know, to keep 135 young men off the street during this time of the summer speaks volume. You know, they're off the street doing negative things, and they're here at the Belize Summer Camp doing some positive things in the area of basketball, which most of the young men love to play, basketball during the summer. So I really think that this Sprite tournament is one of the hype AAU tournament for the summer, and a lot of the young men look forward to playing this tournament, especially to sharpen their skills for the upcoming school year.
For the entire duration of the camp, the Caribbean Bottling Company has been on board as this partnership continues to grow.
It's been an entire decade of nurturing these young men and sponsoring a basketball tournament to really give them something to do during the summer months. We are in the Carmichael community. This is our community, and when we started working with ASP Johnson and police team, we really wanted to find a way to give back to the young men, give them something to do, keep them refreshed, energized, and just active during the entire summer months. We basically provide everything that we possibly can from the Sprite basketball tournament, from the jerseys to everything that they need for the tournament. We basically want to provide, give them everything so they can succeed during the tournament months. They get excited about Sprite basketball. They talk about it throughout the year. They say, when is it coming back? And even the younger young men, they say, when I get old enough, I want to take part in the tournament. So it's just the excitement and the number of young men who want to take part and the memories that they've gotten over the years. That's what we've seen. We've seen it growing.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Do you suffer from payment stress? Always worried about when you'll have time to pay your Grand Bahama power bill? Well, rest easy and get rid of payment stress forever, because paying your power bill has never been easier with Grand Bahama Power. You can conveniently pay your bill at any Cash and Go or Sun Cash's Western Union locations, our drive-through window, or our customer service center. You can also pay your bill 24/7 through our new payment kiosk, located right in front of our downtown headquarters. And if you're thinking that's not enough, there's more. You can pay your bill online through our e-billing system and with our updated website and quick pay system. You can pay right from your phone in minutes. So choose from any of our payment options and kiss your payment stress goodbye.
Clean clothes for the family, uniforms for the baby, suit for mommy and daddy. We want you to practice to clean the super. If you wanna look fly and you wanna look clean, if you wanna look fresh, better than all the rest. Bring all your church clothes and all your work clothes. Bring all your children clothes. Super wash.
Need insurance for your valuables? Shield Insurance is the answer for you, offering friendly, professional service at competitive prices. Our experienced staff at Shield Insurance work hard to ensure that you get the right coverage for your car, home, or business. Now introducing our new premium financing program, designed to make it easier for government workers and employees of approved businesses to receive car and home insurance. Visit Shield Insurance on Thompson Boulevard or call 356-7202.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we start off with a look at Hurricane Beryl, which is out there in the Atlantic. At 5 o'clock, it was packing winds of about 80 miles per hour, moving toward the west at 15 miles per hour. Now, Beryl is expected to intensify slightly over the next couple of days as it makes its way towards the Les Antilles, and all indications are that it will remain hurricane intensity as it approaches the Leeward Islands over the weekend. But thereafter, it will encounter those strong upper-level winds, which we'll see some weakening of that system once it gets into the Caribbean Sea. And by Monday sometime thereabout, it should be in the vicinity of Hispaniola. And if we are to get anything out of that, that is us here in the Bahamas, it looks as though the southeast Bahamas can see an elevation in rainfall come Tuesday of next week. But we'll wait and see how things pan out during the early part of next week. On the home front, high pressure remains in control of our weather, and that means some pretty hot weather over the weekend once again, but slightly drier conditions until about Sunday. Around Sunday morning, we'll see some showers popping up here in the capital. Forecast for tonight calls for partly cloudy and warm conditions, low temperature around 78 degrees, and tomorrow partly sunny and hot, pretty nice day, high temperature around 89 degrees. Extended weather forecast keeping you near the 90-degree mark right through the cycle, and as you can see, Those icons showing you those showers developing on Sunday morning, drying out once again as we get into the early part of next week. And thunderstorms will work their way back in the middle part of the new week. So the weekend is what we're all focusing on, and it seems as though Independence Day should be pretty much okay.
Okay, it's going to be a good night. Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, just before we go, a couple happy birthdays. One to Yanni Pickering, who's celebrating today, and an early happy birthday to our very own Vince Gator, who's almost an Independence baby. So happy birthday to you, Gator.
No numbers there?
No, I wasn't given any numbers, I'm sorry. But we'll try to find out. That does it for us in the Bahamas tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, thanks so much for looking in. Have a good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.